I had to keep going because I was like, cool, I have a choice. I can lay in bed and feel really, really sorry for myself, or I'm going to go and make something with myself. Also, bills were coming in and I wasn't making any money. So I needed to make sure that I could eat and that I could pay rent and just the basic human needs. So I was like, if I'm not going to do what I want to do, I want to at least make money. That became my main driver. So I thought I'll work in finance because that means money.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't know anything about finance, hadn't done maths in school because this was still a time where you could say, oh, don't worry, we'll give you an A or we'll give you a B and then we'll be fine. So I go into this industry, like I started working for PwC and eventually I ended up at a company called Russell Investments, which was an asset manager. And I just remember the first few weeks thinking, this isn't English. You're not speaking English. You are speaking a different language. Like they're talking about bonds and equity. And I was like, what? Okay, but I was just an admin assistant, right? I was organized and I was like, I can do this. I can learn on the job. And I went to work crying every single day. Like I lived in Farnborough at the time. I worked in London because I couldn't afford to live in London. But then my bills for the train were so high that it really didn't matter. So I would be up at 5 a.m. every day, get on the train because it was like, you have to be here at 8:30. If you're not here at 8:30, you're in serious trouble, even though I finished my job within 4 hours every single day. Yeah. So I had to be on that train. I fainted every single day. Like that's how high my heart rate was. I would just faint on the train, get off at Woking, get the next train to then go into London. And I spent that whole time crying. Like, and the hardest part was this office was on the West End and I would walk by the Phantom of the Opera and all of the other shows and just, it was such a smack in the face. So, and I would come into work, go to the toilet, wipe my face, put some makeup on and be like, okay, now you have to play the part of the admin assistant. So the only way I could get through that was by disassociating my personal self and playing a character.
And you saw it as a role.
Yeah, I really did. So it was a character. And Pascalle, the admin assistant, was really friendly. She even spoke a little bit different. I was like, hi guys, like, what are we doing here today? Like, I had to make a character because I couldn't survive. I just couldn't. So eventually I started to get promoted because they were like, wow, you're really good at explaining things. You're really good at talking to people. And I ended up helping out on one of the biggest pension funds in the world as their relationship manager because they were like, we want her. We like how she talks to us. She talks to us as a human being.